Hey everybody, welcome to a live duel commentary. Yeah, I personally always enjoyed watching these, so thought I'd go ahead and make one of my own. So, I'm sitting here over on the left playing Plunder Patrol. Fucking love the deck, it's so much fun. And then I got my buddy sitting on the right playing Dogmatika Buster Blader. It's kind of an ugly deck, not gonna lie, but, it's a deck. And it's a deck I'm gonna have to deal with. So he's gonna go ahead and search with Nadir Servant and then set 2 and then resolve Titan on end phase. And you can see I drew triple fucking desires. Like, how does that happen? But it's okay. I'm gonna pilot my way through this. So yeah, just clarifying on what he added over here. I'm gonna draw for turn. I don't know about you guys, but watching myself hand shuffle is the most satisfying thing, man. I have it so smooth. So nice. But yeah, Terraform is going to grab Shipyard. Going to go ahead and activate it. And looks like I'm just taking a minute to think about what I want to search over here. Going to go ahead and grab myself Golden Hair. It's a very powerful extender for the deck. I'm really glad they gave us this kind of card. And honestly, they've been killing it with the Plunder support. It's pretty solid. Again, that hand shuffle just so smooth. So smooth. You can't play Yu-Gi-Oh! Without a smooth hand shuffle like that. So I'm going to go ahead and normal summon. One of the best extenders in the deck, for starting off your combo, Silent Angler, it's pretty nice. But on the summon of that, Senna is going to go ahead and use the Buster Blader Trap, which summons the Buster Dragon, and the Trumpet it dumps can chain itself to the actual trap, because it says for cost, so you can't even ash, it's nuts. And then this essentially gives them the Buster Lock, which is the Buster Dragon, the Synchro, and then the Fusion, the Buster Blader. The Synchro turns everything into dragons, and then the Fusion makes it so that dragons can't do anything. It's fucking insane. And yeah, the fact that Titan is a dragon, it's actually really cool synergy with this deck. It's actually pretty interesting how it works. But I'm going to go ahead and overlay for a Mork, the Xyz Plunder. The reason I did this for the play I'm about to do, which is Activate Slumber, since Mork has an effect to protect himself and other plunders from destruction. Sin is going to chain the trap to protect the Buster Fusion. But he's just taking a minute. Maybe he does actually have something he wants to respond to in the Slumber. So he's going to go ahead and chain Veiler so that I can't protect Mork, which is pretty solid. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and give him a Gamma Seal and summon Dogeron to my field. So yeah, I was thinking about just attacking over the Fusion, but then I remembered it's protected by battle as well. So I'm going to go ahead and activate one of my 3 desires, finally. I'm just going to take a quick gander at my banished. Yeah, just clarifying that it can't be destroyed by battle. Yeah. So it's an awkward situation, right? Because I lost my extender. I already used my normal summon. What's great though is that Golden Hair has an effect to pitch a card and then summon itself back. It's very, very powerful. But you can see I'm doing an infamous finger tapping. Trying to, because if you don't do that, you can't really calculate a game plan. Yeah, so just taking a minute here. It's a very awkward situation, so I always want to make sure you know exactly what you're doing. That's where the finger tapping comes in. Yeah, and this duel has been sped up 2 times, and it's still a 30-minute video. This game itself took almost 40 minutes. It was insane. But yeah, I finally made my mind. Gonna go ahead and make, summon Golden Hair. I was gonna go Link off, but I forgot to do a step beforehand. So I'm gonna banish shipping to equip it with Emblem, and then use Emblem to summon Liss. Liss will special back the Golden Hair and then go into Blackbeard. So that was actually a pretty cool play. I was quite happy with myself for seeing the play over there. So yeah, it's actually pretty good. You got a monster negate in the form of Liss, whatever you need with Blackbeard on a draw. And I'm gonna go ahead and use Blackbeard over here, summon myself my second Mork. You know what, I've been actually thinking about maybe playing 3 Mork, since I only played 2 right now. It's just, every now and then, you really miss the third. But I'm thinking maybe with the new Plunder that's coming out in spring, I believe. The one that recycles is actually very, very broken. But yeah, Morg's going to banish his Buster Blader, dodging the protection he had. And then he's going to search out Emblem. Man, Emblem is actually such an insane card in this deck. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pass on that. It's pretty solid board. Monster Negate, Monster Banish. Yeah. Fared fairly well through that. And yeah, he's going to go ahead and flip up Trap Trick. Yeah, Trap Trick is insane in this deck because you can grab both the Buster Trap, which he's going to do here, or can go ahead and grab Dogmatika Punishment, which is just an insane card. But yeah, he's going to go ahead and resolve the second trap. Man, imagine the amount of bricks in the form of just Buster Bladers you have to play in this deck. Oh, but I'm going to have the 1-of Call by the Grave. That finger tapping paid off. I'm a good player when I draw the 1-of when I need it. Yeah, so I was thinking about banishing Buster Blader since the fusion actually needs one. But since the only dragon was Buster Dragon, I thought I might as well banish that. And the one he's going to summon is going to be negated. So that's pretty good. Obviously, it's a very awkward situation for Senna, so he's just going to take a minute to think here. See what the optimal play is. He's going to normal Whelp and use the effect to search. Later realized though, he doesn't have any targets. So he just has a level 1 on board. But he's actually about to do a play. I completely forgot it existed. He's gonna hard summon Scarlight. And I just walked right into that. I definitely should have banished the Buster Dragon with my Mork. But you know what? Misplays happen. Yeah, so now he's got not only a negate, but a beefy negate too. Yeah, it looks like I'm just thinking about using list to special. Yeah, I'm just going to take a quick read at that. Yep, and the effect resolves. He's going to have Fleur de Lis. It's pretty solid. Can attack over multiple of my guys. I'm going to go ahead and negate that with Liz. But thinking back on it, I don't think I should have. Because he would have just negated with Archfiend. Which he didn't, which is interesting. It was definitely a weird set of plays from both of us, but it worked out for me, so I'm not gonna complain. Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and kill my my Mork. I'm gonna use my Blackbeard on end phase. He's gonna gate, and then I'll draw for turn. Just fanning out my graveyard real quick. On my Imperium Duelist playmat, by the way, I'm not sponsored or anything, but they actually genuinely have really good products, so be sure to check them out, guys. But yeah, he's gonna go ahead and flip out Dogmatika Punishment. It's an insane card right now. Ints pops the list, and then the punishment pops the list, and then Ints targets the Blackbeard, Chain Blackbeard, but then he's just gonna gate with Archfiend. So obviously I'm in quite an awkward situation, to say the least. So I'm just taking a minute here to consider my options, because obviously just got my entire board taken apart. But I'm gonna go ahead and use Shipyard, pitching my third Pot of Desires. And yeah, looking back on it, it was one of those situations where there was no real good move. I could have grabbed Booty to get my Blackbeard back, but then Archie could just negate it. But it's awkward now because both my Morks are engraved. So even if I bait out the Archfiend, I have to attack over it. which in a simplified game state over 3200 beast takes not the easiest thing in the world. But yeah, I opted to get a Whitebeard. I'm gonna go ahead and pitch it for Golden Hair, summon out a Redbeard, you know, off the Whitebeard, and then link those two off into my Blackbeard. Redbeard's gonna equip himself, and I'm gonna use my Shipyard Engrave to actually bounce the Redbeard back to set itself. Man, Shipyard is actually insane. One of the best recursive abilities within an archetype on a field spell I've ever seen. But yeah, Blackbeard's gonna summon out Liss. It's very awkward right now because I still can't get over the Archfiend. Yo, it's incredible what one negate does in a simplified game state. Man, I'm just gonna try and figure out what the best way of outing it is. Because as you can see, I have a Kaiju in my hand. But I know he plays Dragoon, so I just want to save it for that. But yeah, I just opt to summon Blackbeard off a list and then pass my turn. So he's going to normal Whelp. Obviously, he doesn't have any targets, and I doubt he plays level 10 Sinker, so I'm not too concerned about that. So I'm assuming he's just going to link it up into a Linkuriboh, which he eventually does end up doing, so yeah, doesn't end up doing too much for him. But yeah, what I do have over Sinnoh though is I have my somewhat recurring engine, whereas Sinnoh has no engine at all. He has a Whelp. That's it. So obviously, long term, definitely looking better, but the Archfiend is still a threat. I'm gonna go ahead and trigger Blackbeard, and because I am out of Morks, I'm gonna summon my Bran. I believe he has Ash Engrave, which is why I'm able to summon it. But yeah, I just really summoned it, try and get a draw. I was unfortunately 200 points short since Shipyard is boosting my brand by 500, but it's not enough. And I have an enemy controller set. I'm debating about using it, but obviously it's not worth it. I'm just gonna tribute, he's gonna negate, and then attack over another guy, so definitely not worth using it here. But yeah, enemy controller in Plunder is nice. I'm telling you, man. It comes in clutch. Forbidden Droplets probably would be better, but enemy controller doesn't cost $100. Yeah, so, like I said, he's going to go into a Linkuriboh and pass his turn. I'm thinking, you know what, this Archfiend is proven to be too much a problem. So I'm considering just Kaijuing it. I do have a Slumbers Engrave, but I don't have any Kaijus left in deck. And since I used 2 for Slumbers, and my 4th got banished off Desires. So otherwise, yeah, I would have Kaiju the Archfiend long ago. Yeah, this deck just natively has a hard time outing Dragoon. But yeah, I'm just going to say, you know what, fuck it. This Archfiend is being too much of a bitch. I'm going to send it to the Shadow Realm. So now I'm free to do whatever I want. Gonna trigger Shipyard. I believe that was Redbeard I pitched. Yeah, and I'm gonna equip it. Gonna search and normal summon Whitebeard. Special summon Bluebeard in my hand. And I'm gonna synchro summon into a White Aura Whale, one of my favorite synchro monsters. So if you don't know what it does, you need a water tuner to summon this guy. And then when he's synchro summoned, you can blow up all attack position monsters your opponent controls. Fucking insane. And then he attacks up to 2 times on monsters and inflicts piercing. This guy's a beast. And then you can chain block him with Whitebeard too, giving you another body and protecting your guy. It's so good, man. It's so good. Liss is gonna special the Redbeard, and I'm gonna special the Golden Hair off Whitebeard. It's going to Bran, hard summon that. Yeah, Bran's an absolute beast even against combo decks because he just helps to close out games. You know, he gives you all your fiends 500. He's the strongest on his own. So he's got that going for him. And then paired up with Shipyard, even a single equip on something is just so huge. It looks like I'm trying to figure out a way to close this game because as of now, if I attack, he's going to be left at 200 life. And I know if he top decks Red Eyes Fusion, there's a good chance I might just lose. So trying to figure out if there's a way to do it, but Fortunately not. He's gonna be left at 200. And he's just sitting there going, yeah, man, I'm just gonna play the top card, and if it is, then he only fucking gets the Red Ice Fusion. What a fucking sack. Konami, please give Plunders a spell and trap negate. Please. Oh man, what? So ugly. But yeah, he's just. Yeah, he's gonna summon Dragoon. He's gonna pop White Aura. And then White Aura has an effect when it's destroyed. You can banish a water to summon itself back. And it's not once per turn. So he's gonna pop it twice and I'll bring it back both times. It's fucking insane. But yeah, looking back, I definitely should have negated one of the effects to destroy. Even though it wouldn't have destroyed the Dragoon, I was very low on life. And if I couldn't have the Dragoon next turn, I definitely would have died on Sinnoh's following turn. So a little misplay on my part. But he's gonna run over the list, and he has no cards in hand. All he has is Dragoon, no live effects in grave. All I have to do is out this Dragoon and then attack for 200. And you know, because he has no cards in hand, he can't negate anything. As long as I have a way to access some way of even just crashing into him, that's all I need. So yeah, I'm just thinking how I can equip something to Bran so that Shipyard can boost him, get him to 3k, and then I can just attack for game. Yeah, I'm just sitting there really trying to figure it out. I realized I can just search Emblem off Shipyard. Then I realized I have none left. So I get a Redbeard instead, and I pitch it to summon Golden Hair, just so I can trigger his effect to equip. And then, yeah, I'm going to crash into Dragoon, attack with White Aura. Yeah, this is going to be a wrap. Oh, man, I was so cheesed when he top decked the Red Ice Fusion. I was running around the room, fucking cursing. It was rough. But yeah, that was a pretty good game overall, though. A lot of back and forth. Yeah, and it shows, you know, Plunder has its ways of going second. And definitely an underestimated deck. You know, not for no reason, though, obviously, you know. As much as I love this deck, it is, you know, Plunder Patroll, you know. But yeah, hopefully with the new pilot that's coming out, they bring along a new extra deck fusion. That'd be pretty nice. Preferably a spell and trap negate, so I don't have to deal with that bullshit again. But yeah, because, you know, it was just a couple of friends meeting up, I don't really have a real side deck for this. Especially since there's no meta. Nobody's actually buying cards right now. At least, you know, in my circle. Because there's no point. So it's just whatever I had in the staples binder is what I'm putting in. You know, you won't see it in this game, but I side Herald of the Abyss. Which, if you don't know, go look it up, but it outs Dragoon. So I play it. Yeah, just gonna go ahead and pile shuffle. Don't want to try triple desires again. Yeah, gonna offer the cut. You know. And then, yeah, we're gonna get our 5-card opening. Sinnoh actually opts to go second, which is interesting, but I can definitely see why. Which, looking back, perhaps I should have done absolutely nothing. But as you can see, I had the play to go into Toad, but then he had to play to stop it. So I'm gonna follow up with Desires and draw 2. So yeah, I have Redbeard in grave. Ideally, rather it be Golden Hair, but I have Booty in hand, so Redbeard can come back. So it's actually, you know, well, it's definitely not better than Golden Hair because I'm missing out on Blackbeard, but still pretty solid. Get to keep Bahamut for the next turn. Try and summon another Toad. But Sinnoh's gonna go ahead and use the Dear Servant. He's just thinking if it's worth sending this to pop the back row. But no, he's going to opt for more advantage. And he's going to send Titaniclad to add an Ecclesia. Yeah, and he's going to think about what the best line of play is right now. Which I think is normal Ecclesia. Oh, fuck. This guy had Heartbeats, Feather Duster. What a guy, man. This guy draws everything he needs. But yeah, he's going to attempt to use Ecclesia to special. Obviously I have no way to stop it. So, yeah, he's gonna go ahead and bring it onto the board. Yeah, and then he's gonna add punishment. Yeah, he figures it's not worth going for Fleur de Lis right now, which is weird because actually no, it's understandable. Yeah, one way or another he's getting Fleur de Lis to prevent my Toad, but this way he gets punishment. Yep. Gonna try and use Bahamut again, forcing out the floor. And then, obviously, as you saw by my opening move, my hand isn't looking the greatest. I think I drew too many side cards, and it's one of those. But I'm gonna go ahead and normal Whitebeard, and he's gonna use punishment. Sorry, not punishment, the Buster Trap. I'm so stupid that one card gets you this kind of block. And can't even actually because it cents for cost. But yeah, I'm going to have to deal with this fucking bitch. This absolute pain in the ass. I'm just going to take my time here. See how to deal with this board. Gonna special Silent Angler. And go to Mork. Gonna pass on that. Broken, I know. Yeah, the reason I did this was because Mork can just protect himself from battle. So I don't die. That's it. That's literally it. I have no play. I can't out the Buster Lock right now. Yeah, so Sin is gonna try and see if he has game on board, which I was hoping he wouldn't, you know, because they summoned the Mork. And you know, Mork's on a quick effect, so he doesn't have to worry about any disruption. You know, he's just seeing if anything is a quick effect equip, which should actually be pretty nice. But I feel like Redbeard is good enough. Yeah, just quickly going over the numbers in his head. You know, Yu-Gi-Oh players are infamously bad at math, so wouldn't want to fuck up on this one. So he's gonna switch his guys to attack and just enter battle. So for those of you that don't know, the fusion does piercing and can attack all monsters, which is insane. I'm gonna lose half my life just from the fusion alone. Then Fleur de Lis, get rid of the last material on Mork, punishment pop it, and then it's gonna be 8,200. You know, I was gonna make sure that the numbers are correct because, like I said, Yu-Gi-Oh players are shit at math. So want to make I probably was winning that game anyway, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and scoop it up. Yeah, obviously that game 2 wasn't as exciting as the first one, but we're gonna move on to game 3. You know, at least we won the first one after that top deck Red Eyes fusion, so can't complain too much. And so I'm actually signing here to go second, because obviously going second for him worked out pretty well. So you know, and I was thinking about signing Cyclone, but everything's trainable regardless, and it doesn't do anything if I banish it. It's not like Eldritch or anything, so I figured there's really no point. Just gonna go for another quick power shuffle, which, by the way, 5 piles is the ideal way to power shuffle. Okay? No arguments. Just the best way to do it. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the decks, and Sin will start us off. He's gonna set one card and pass his turn. Should have won first. He has no attributes, I can't do anything. Gonna start off with Shipyard. And I'm gonna pitch, I believe that was Whitebeard. Sin is gonna take a gander at Whitebeard. Whitebeard's pretty good. It's not bad, I gotta say. So I'm gonna search. I believe I searched the wrong card here, cause it was blue. Yeah. So I'm gonna add Bluebeard. The issue with that is I was banking on Whitebeard resolving, so definitely not the best play. You know, consider he has a trap and no monsters. He probably had a hand trap. You know, Oh, sorry, I had booty. Okay, I guess I had a Bluebeard in hand then. Yeah, because I was thinking about to play, but he had the axe from my Whitebeard, so it absolutely fucked my hand. But at least my desires gets to go through. Not the best hand. Even though I haven't normal summoned yet, I'm not going to be able to do a whole lot. So I'm just going to set one and pass. So, not much what happened there. So he's going to draw, set another card, pass his turn. Very nice. So I'm going to go ahead and normal Golden Hair, and then special the Bluebeard. He's going to flip up, there can be only one. I fucking hate that card. That card is the bane of my existence. So stupid. And it's so nasty with the Buster Lock too, because it's a dragon and a warrior. But yeah, I'm going to get rid of Bluebeard. And then link summon into Almirage. Obviously, I can't even go into Phoenix, because both Phoenix and the Plunders are fiends. So that's fucking great. But yeah, right. So I'm going to use Shipyard to search Whitebeard. Go to normal. And equip him with Emblem. So Emblem gives him 500. And Shipyard gives him 500. So he's at 25 and can't be targeted. Against trap decks, that's an actual threat. Even under a floodgate that I absolutely get fucked by. But he's going to draw a normal Whelp. Get the Buster Trap. And I'm thinking, it's not looking too great. But yeah, he's going to special Floor. It's pretty solid now. He has a way to get over my my Whitebeard, which is unfortunate, but at least Whitebeard replaces himself in the form of, I believe it's Golden Hair or something. Yeah, got it on top of the deck here. I'm just seeing if there are any better options, which the card he currently has, there really isn't. So you can go ahead and link off into Anaconda. Great. There can be only one plus Dragoon. Fun. Who doesn't love that? Dragoon's gonna pop my Golden Hair, inflicting a total of 0 damage to me. And he's gonna pass his turn. So this is looking like absolute shit, but at least I have the Kaiju for the Dragoon, which is huge. I'm gonna booty, target Gamma Seal, making it Divine Beast, the most powerful attribute of all. Summon Golden Hair. And really, I'm just summoning it for a booty. It's just walling up. Can't really do anything. But I have a game plan in my head. So I'm going to go ahead and search Emblem and pass my turn. The game plan right now is, like I said, against trap decks, you just want to attack with big monsters. So I'm going to just get as many emblems as I can. Equip them to one guy and just try and attack. Since he used Anaconda and I attacked with Whitebeard earlier, he's taken 45, so he's at 3,500 left. So if he doesn't get rid of Anaconda, I can just kill him next turn by attacking over it. So hopefully he doesn't see it. But he's going to link off the 2 into Buster Protector, I believe his name is. The link to Buster Monster to dump Whelp and special Buster Blader from hand. All while playing under the restrictions of there can be only one. I hate this deck. And then apparently the Buster Blader has a stupid effect. When he attacks, he equips it to himself. It's nuts. And then he can detach the card he equipped to destroy all monsters your opponent controls with the same type. Luckily it's not a quick effect though, so. But still, it's insane. But yeah, he's going to pass his turn. And then on end phase, I'm going to booty, special Whitebeard. And then I'm going to use Shipyard to search my last emblem. Unfortunately, one of them is in the graveyard. So yeah, I'm just going to read over Buster Blader quick. Make sure I'm not dealing with any quick effects. I'm going to equip my Whitebeard with Emblem. So both emblems are giving him 1,000, so he's at 25. And Shipyard gives him 1,500 because there are 3 different Plunders in my back row, putting him at 4K. Now, if the attack goes through to hit Whelp, I win. And he doesn't have a way to stop it, so we did it, boys. We grinded it out through the floodgate. Let this be a lesson that, even if your opponent has floodgates, looks like you're in a terrible position, just attack. Just attack. That's all you gotta do. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.